It's Friday the 18th, so let's do a Friday Reads video. I'm just about to start a new ebook. This is The Haunting of Dancroft Manor by Damien Dark. Sounds a bit like a pen name, doesn't it? Anyway, I was in the mood for something spooky, and I just read the first page of the prologue, and I wanted to share it with you. Dancroft Manor, Sussex, England. Catherine kept her eyes pressed shut. If she didn't see them, they weren't real. She was tempted to pull the bedsheets over her head, but she didn't dare move. Didn't dare let them know that she was awake. The footsteps were getting closer. The floorboards beside the bed groaned heavily under the weight. They had come for her, just like they had promised they would. Catherine counted the footsteps. There were at least 3 of those creatures. Is that an excellent first page? Man, that just like sucked me right in. Makes me feel like I should be starting this like late at night with just a small little light on and tucked underneath the sheets. So I finished The Haunting of Dancroft Manor by Damien Dark, and just like the prologue, which I read, it kept that kind of creepy feel all the way through it. It's only really about 50 pages long, and maybe even less than that, because some of the pages at the end were actually a prologue to one of his other books. But the main character is Victoria, who we meet after the prologue. She receives an email. She works for a real estate agency, and she's asked to kind of go and visit Dancroft Manor for the potential of being the real estate agency that'll represent the sale, or maybe to, if they want to purchase it outright. But there's one stipulation that she has to stay there for 3 nights. And so she's kind of prepared. She packs up her stuff and takes off, and all chaos kind of happens. Everything kind of seems to go wrong. There's lots of situations where I don't even see why she went ahead and did this. It seems like an odd thing to require a real estate person to do, that they have to spend 3 nights in the house. I don't know. It's like it's like following the trail of blood in a horror movie. Why would you do that kind of thing? But there's a lot of things that are kind of left unanswered, left up to the reader's imagination, which isn't such a bad thing, but I would have liked a little bit more out of this. So overall, like I said, I gave it about 3 stars. I also finished Loveless by Alice Oseman. This is the YA novel. Our main character there at the bottom with the blonde hair, that's Georgia. She has never been kissed, never been on a date, and she always wonders why is she so far behind in terms of relationships than her friends or her other students and stuff. So she finally gets the opportunity to kiss her crush, her high school crush, at the prom. And she runs away. She suddenly wants nothing to do with it. She suddenly realizes maybe it wasn't quite such a crush after all. And starts to question like her sexual identity. Who is she attracted to? What's going on? Like I said, why is she behind everybody else? Her friends try to help her out. Rumi, the girl in red there on the picture, ends up being her roommate at university. She's completely the opposite of Georgia, seeming to jump into relationships or jump into bed with just about anybody. And she tries to kind of help her navigate, her romantic or sexual life. And she comes to discover that perhaps she's not attracted to boys. Maybe she's not even attracted to girls. She doesn't really know. So it takes a good look at the asexual, aromantic spectrum, and it does a really good job of describing that. So, if you're not familiar with those identities and things, it's a good book to check out. It is geared more, I think, for like a YA audience, but overall, I still enjoyed the writing. I thought it was pretty decent. So yeah, I liked it. It was nice to see some representation. After that, let's see, I was, at the time, my last Friday Reads, I believe I mentioned I was listening to Black Sheep by Rachel Akis. This is a space opera. It's book 1 in the Flight of the Javelin series. I really, really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it, in fact, so much that I've already moved on to book 2, which is Free Station. It features our main character, Captain Throttle. She is the captain, she's a paraplegic captain, which is really intriguing. The only way she's able to get around is she has these special leg braces and stuff that help her stand up. Otherwise, when she's not wearing them, she has to be in a wheelchair. But she and her crew are in charge of a sleeper ship, and they are traveling to a new homeworld in the hopes of starting up a new colony with, I think there's like some over 800 colonists on board the ship. But then something goes wrong in flight. It looks like there's going to be a catastrophic failure. She and her crew that are currently awake, there's like 7 crew members total, hop on the gunship that they have on board and go off in search of help. While they're out, they encounter another ship, this one which ends up becoming the Javelin, and they dock their ship inside and realize that there might be some help they could use from this ship for theirs. So they start heading back to the colony ship, only to find out someone has stolen it. Some space pirates have come by, and now they have to try and find a way to get their ship back. And it was excellent. I love the whole tension and the action and the characters, and it was just so good. Like I said, I dove right into volume 2, so can't wait to get back into the car to continue it. So like I said, I enjoy Rachel's books so much. I had finished reading The Haunting of Dancroft Manor while I was out, and I had my ebook with me. So I looked to see what else I had downloaded on there. And I remember there was a little short story book called The Happy Zombie Sunrise Home that I had downloaded by her. And I love their zombie series, the Deadland Saga. So I thought I'll start reading that. So I read a little bit of it, and then I got home and I thought, oh, I'll, put it on Goodreads that I'm reading this currently, so I can, keep track of the books I'm currently reading. And I noticed there are 2 listings. So I don't know if you can see that. There's one by Margaret Atwood. Naomi Alderman is the co-author of that. And there's the one by Rachel Aukus. And I thought, well, that's weird. So I looked at the synopsis of both of them. They're exactly the same. So then I reached out to the author through Facebook Messenger, and she informed me that that was indeed pirated, that somebody had stolen the book from, I guess, Margaret Atwood, popped it on Amazon, put her name on it, and she has since reported it, and hopefully that'll all get cleared up. So don't buy the one that's got Rachel Aukus' name on it. In fact, you can't even find the one by Margaret Atwood. Apparently it was published on Wattpad or something. I had read a little bit of it and decided I wanted to continue it, so I returned the one through Amazon and couldn't find the other one. So, oh well, I may never end up reading it. But yeah, it's unfortunate that someone had done that to her. So I'm glad she's aware of it and is hopefully getting that cleared up. So anyway, since I was in the mood for a zombie book, I looked at what else I had downloaded, and I found this one. This is The Roaming, and this is by, W.J. Hegarty. Okay, so I had already downloaded it some time ago, and I remember it was something to do with zombies. So I'm going to go ahead and read the synopsis for you. It says, the United States eastern seaboard has fallen. A plague of unknown origin has returned the dead to life. These undead attackers, carriers of a lethal virus that turns anyone who is bitten into one of their own, possesses a singular purpose: destroy the world of the living. In the earliest days of the outbreak, major metropolitan areas were the first to fall. Miller, a captain in the United States Army, was part of a top-secret mission to help quell an indeterminate threat rising on the eastern seaboard. Their mission was a failure. Philadelphia was overrun with a legion of reanimated corpses. The city was a complete loss. Miller's unit was left roaming, battered and broken. They fled east, hoping to join up with the remnants of other units massing near D.C. The undead population of Philadelphia followed. Their journey was interrupted when they stumbled upon a small, out-of-the-way town called Pepperbush. The Roaming is book 1 in an ongoing tale of survival set against the backdrop of a world descending into madness in the wake of an apocalyptic undead crisis. Love and death, cruelty and kindness. How far will society fall when the old rules no longer apply? They'll start hoarding toilet paper. Mankind's penchant for brutality is juxtaposed against those not willing to give up on the goodness inherent in all of us, even in the face of an imminent extinction. The Roaming chronicles the journey of a disparate band of survivors as they travel a country on the brink of a descent into ruin. So yeah, typical kind of zombie apocalypse. I'll let you know how it goes. I haven't actually started it yet. But yeah, that's my Friday read, slightly vlog style. It is a very gloomy, rainy day today, but I'll take rain over snow any day. So anyway, let me know what you guys are reading, and have a great day. Bye-bye.